Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the West Ham career mode. It has been going awesome, this career mode, besides where we're at on the table. 6 games in, we are 9 points, we're middle of the table, and this is really why I like the simulation aspect, because there's actually a possibility that we might get fired from West Ham. We're working on a lot of young players like Pulisic and Kluivert, if you haven't kept up with the series. We're having a lot of fun, and in today's episode, we're going to make it all the way to the transfer window. I know you're probably saying, wait, Skills, I think you're in October. How are you making it to January? Because all I'm going to do is get players up in training, some sim games all the way until January, and y'all are gonna rock out with the process with me. So I've already developed the players for the week. We're jumping into a game against Swansea City. Our lineup looks pretty okay. We got Kluivert, Lanzani, and Pulisic in the midfield. In the back, a lot of young players, a lot of good players. I feel like we're in good shape with the team we've put together. I just think that we need to get more results so that way our players build up. Our players go up, I believe, at least in old FIFAs, by getting a lot of playing time and also doing the training. The training I'm simulating as well. What the point of this series is trying to see where players are in 5 to 10 years, and honestly, if I can keep a job with a team without really playing a game. That's probably the biggest mission right now. Can we turn West Ham into a multi-million, billion European club that just is in the Champions League, doing well in England? Obviously, losing to Swansea City in the last 3 minutes is a very difficult thing. So we might be getting fired from the West Ham job. We're going to pray we don't. We're going to hope we don't. We're going to go all the way to January. Another injury. It's only 3 days, which is not that bad. A lot of stuff happening in our emails, but again, another loss that sees us drop down into 12th. We need to train players. I'm going to get closer to the next game, and we're going to start to train some players. There's that saying that says, all your eggs in one basket. And when it comes to what I'm doing with training, I guess all my eggs are in one basket. When it comes to my boy Grimaldo, my boy Kluivert, and Pulisic, it definitely all my eggs are in their basket, bros. I'm putting it all on the line to develop these players to see if there are money makers. I never thought in season 1 of West Ham that we would win the league or maybe even stay in Champions League football. I did hope, and I was hopeful for Europa League football, and that's kind of still the aim. As I said to you guys, Europa League is the aim. So with that being said, I'm going to make sure I put every player in the right position. For example, wingers where wingers are meant to be. I got a left back playing right back, and ever since we've done that, we haven't been in good shape. Obviously, we have 2 great left backs and not that many right backs. Zabaleta got injured, but I want to make sure I have the right players in every position, because like I said, since I've not done that, we've been losing games. So I'm going to try this team with my boy Chicharito and my boy Antonio up top. I actually might even play Wood. We might, no, you know what? Martinez was doing all right. We were winning with Martinez. Let's go Martinez and the big boy, Chicharito, and see how we perform in this upcoming weekend's game. We're in October, so it's still pretty early in the season. We get a red card with the left back that's playing right back. I'm telling you, EA does not play those games. If Martinez, the big boy Martinez, the man we bought from a team in Argentina, comes up massive, but then Taylor equalizes in the 45th minute. But as I said, man, I swear it's every time you play a player out of position, it crumbles. So there it is, man. Ever since we started playing a left back at right back, we've been losing and not getting the results that we want to get. Luckily, we do get a draw here, but this is a game we definitely should have been winning. West Ham is not doing well, and it's simply because of me. It's simply because when Zabaleta got hurt, I put a player out of position. Martinez came up big, which was a great signing for us, but once again, bros, I'm taking the L. I got to find a right back. So a few things had to happen. For example, Hart is now our goalkeeper. And also, I think I'm saying this right, Bram, is that said Bram? Hopefully it's said right like that. I'm playing him at right back. I know it looks very weird, like why would you do that? But I'm telling you, bros, playing a player out of position and then trying to simulate, EA don't play those games. I am pretty much on the borderline of the hot seat of getting fired, and I know we're only in October. I'm going to do my best to save my job here at West Ham. We are in 10th place. Continue to develop my players who I believe in. You know what? I need to start developing this young man, because you know what? The dude scored a beautiful, well, I don't know if it was a beautiful goal. They're going to say it's a beautiful goal, right? We're going to say it was a scorpion kick. My boy Martinez gets a very, very, very important goal for us in that last game. Had we not got the red card, who knows? Maybe we were even walking out of there with the big boy W. So Martinez, the boy Pulisic, the boy Kluivert are all players I'm going to work on. That Martinez guy, definitely see a lot of potential in that 20-year-old. So we're going to continue to work him up and hopefully be able to make this guy the player we want him to be, which is the best goal scorer in the EPL. Let's simulate, see where our players become. Try to get these guys up. Remember, we can't get attached to any of these players. These are our money makers. We got to look at this as a business. These are our money money makers to get us to that position where we could buy the Neymars, buy I was going to say the Kakas, but the Kakas are back in the day. You know what I'm saying? 10 points out of 8 games. They offer me the Portugal job. Pretty incredible, yo. They literally offer me the Portugal job, even though I'm doing terrible here at West Ham. 10 points out of 10 games, but still only if we win, bros. If we can get a W and a couple teams lose, we could be back in 5th place. Remember, Europa League is the target. Man City running away with the league. Just kidding. Spurs and Arsenal putting the pressure on Guardiola and his side. And then you got Liverpool in 4th and Newcastle in 5th. A couple. If we just would have beat Swansea City when we took that L, if we would have just beat them, everything would have been perfect. But unfortunately, we took an L. We got a red card on the bench that we're going to have to get rid of. My boy Zabaleta looks like he's back, so I'm going to lob him in there. Even though he has a bandage over him, I'm ready to get the old man back into the lineup. The ex-Man City man, we got it. He was there when Man City won the league, right? I'm pretty sure he was. We have a young side, and losing Zabaleta really feels like we lost the leadership in the locker room, because ever since his injury took place, we haven't been getting results. We have Chicharito and Martinez with Kluivert and Lanzani and Pulisic once again taking us forward, but not forward enough, as we're losing again in a game that I really thought we could pick up a W. This is actually going to be a harder mission than I ever even imagined, as we're just 3 points away from the top spots, and once again we're only going to get a tie, and this time at home. And luckily Lanzani comes up in the 86th minute with an equalizer. I really thought this task was going to be a lot easier than it's been happening. Now up next is a competition that is, you know, a good competition for us. It's a competition that we want to go deep in. It's a cup. Usually when I'm playing with teams in the EPL, I'm only focused on the EPL. Formation's not working for us right now. And it's time for me to look at this team and say, you know what? This is not the formation for us. This is not what we want to be running. So it's time for us to switch it up. I'm going into a 4-3-3. Chicharito will have to be the solo striker, or maybe even Martinez. Maybe Martinez is going to be the solo striker. Kluivert is having a horrible go. He's a left winger, so I'm going to play him where he's supposed to play. Pulisic is a right winger, I believe. Is he a right winger? Yes, so I'm going to play him where he's supposed to go. Lanzani is a cam or a CM, which that is, and then these are CDM positions, I believe. So what we're actually going to switch to is 4-3-3, but the attacking 4-3-3, if I can find it. Is 4-3-3 attacking here? Let's make sure 4-3-3 attacking is here. I believe it's here somewhere, or maybe it's not in career mode. That's interesting if it's not. That's 4-3-3 flat, 4-3-3 defending, 4-3-3 holding, 4-3-3 false 9, 4-3-3 attacking. So this is going to give us exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for a CM there, a cam right here, and another CM. Who's going to play CM for us? We need one more. Is it the Fernandez kid? Who can play CM for us in our lineup right now that just can pop in and be a great player for us? He can play cam or CM. If we drop him back a little bit and then grab, again, playing players out of position is not what I want to do. We need a cam type player. Antonio plays right mid. Maybe this formation's not for us neither. Matter of fact, it is going to be for us. We're going to do actually something a little bit different. We're going to lob in this here, that there, and this is a CDM as well, right? So we are actually going to play the 4-3-3 defensive. Something's got to give, right? This is what managers do. When things aren't going their way, something's got to give. Players got to get benched. You got to figure out what's going on. My man, Kluivert is out of form right now, so I'm going to put him on the bench. We'll get his form back slowly but surely. Up next is a very important game. Again, if it was just about the EPL, I would say this doesn't matter. This is no longer about the EPL, bros. This is about any competition that we can get our hands on and finding a way to get the Europa League. So Watford versus West Ham, our lineup completely different. We're going with a 4-3-3 defensive, 2 CDMs, a cam type player, a right winger, a left winger, and a striker. And as you can see, instantly the game does not start off good for us. We're down again, and it's one of those things where it's like we can't get out of a funk. We need a win. We need one win to get us out of this. We bring the game back to 2-1. Instantly they score. Hernandez goes down as well. It's 3-1, and Watford is going to eliminate us from a cup. Wait, could we make a comeback? Antonio, 90th minute, nothing. 3-2, another loss. Hernandez goes down. The season keeps getting worse and worse. Hernandez hurts his calf, which means he's out for 8 weeks. The suspension is over. The Portugal job I'm not taking. As I clear my emails, I wonder if it's a 2 legs. If it's 2 legs, we're still in great shape. I don't think it's 2 legs. I think we're eliminated. We're going to pray for the best here and hope that we don't get eliminated. But we did lose Chicharito for 8 weeks. This has to be one of the most frustrating career modes I've ever done. Because if I take over this, I know we win the championship right now. But it's not that. It's not what we want to do. We want to treat this like a football manager. We want to make sure we're putting the right players playing. Our defense is a disaster. We benched our goalkeeper. We fixed the front line. We gave help defensively in a 4-3-3 holding. But against Crystal Palace, against Swansea City, it doesn't matter who we face. We cannot stop any opponent from scoring goals. We're going to have to evaluate our back line as quickly as possible and sort it out. 80 minutes into this one, we are 2-1 up. 3 points are secured away from home against Crystal Palace. The big boy from Benfica and Lanzani from the spot are going to send us to 3 points that are much needed to get us out of a funk. Again, we gotta address the back line. I love Ogbonna. I love Winston Reed. But at the moment, they're not really getting the job done for us. As I look at my center backs, I don't really see us having much. But there is one guy. Where is he? Where can I find him? He's in here somewhere, baby. He's a center back. I know I got it. There he is. My boy Collins, 75 overall. I couldn't tell you how good he is or how bad he is. Who do we bench? Winston Reed or Ogbonna? 78 overall, 80 overall. I feel like we're good there, but it's not working out. Is it my boy from Benfica that needs to go? He just gave us, you know, a win. He literally just gave us a win. Martinez, Pulisic, and Cliver got the job done against Crystal Palace. Let's do some training and then jump back into a game, and hopefully we don't have to address the back line. So I just finished training or about to finish training, and I literally gave Martinez 3 different trainings because I truly believe, as you can see, he just jumped up to a 74. He's getting close to a 75. We got to get this guy to an 80 overall. I believe in this young 20-year-old. I feel like he could be the guy that helps us massively. At the moment, we're chilling in 8th place, which is not terrible, bros, because 8th place, and we are literally where we got 14 points. The league is very close. We're not worried about top place. 14, 15, 16, 17 will put us in 3rd with Arsenal. So we just need a few victories in a row, spring together something, and all of a sudden we're in great shape. The top goal scorers, my goodness, you wouldn't even know. You couldn't even guess it if I told you. My boy Hazard's in 2nd, which is pretty good, and you can see Sani and Gabriel Jesus are down there at the bottom with 4. So let's go ahead and sim to the next match. I see Liverpool is coming up next on the schedule. And as I see Liverpool coming up next, I'm instantly running through my mind to play 5-back. And I know you're probably thinking I'm absolutely crazy, but I think to myself, is this that moment where we play a 5-back formation? Kind of like what Chelsea's doing at times, where it looks like a 5-back, but it's not really a 5-back type thing. You know what I'm saying? So what I would do here is kind of run, we'll keep all that the same. Lanzani would probably hit the bench. Well, let me figure this out first. We obviously need another center back, which is going to be the boy Collins. Where are you, Collins? Lob Collins back into the lineup. Clivert Martinez up top. Lanzani, probably would leave Lanzani out and go. No, I would actually leave Lanzani in there as a midfielder, CM. And as you can see, it's a back line of 5. And I truly feel this is what we are going into the game against Liverpool with. Our defense has been in shambles. We have been suffering to every team in the EPL. The only thing that's right to do here to stop Liverpool is to go for a 5-back and tell Joe Hart to have the best game of his life. Important game right here. We just came off of a win. We don't want to lose. We kind of want to keep the mojo going, keep the team chemistry up, keep the spirit up in the locker room. Zabaleta came back. Some results started coming back in our favor. But my man Hazard, that surely is the brother, right? Surely's the brother. Hazard scores a penalty. Hazard misses a penalty. 70th minute, my boy Zabaleta ties the game up. And getting close to the 80th minute, can we walk out of here with a tie? No, we lose at home to Liverpool. Hazard, obviously the brother Hazard, because that was not the regular Hazard. No chance. The regular Hazard's still at Chelsea, but we take a loss, and that's tough, man, because we're now down in 14th. I know you would call me crazy if I told you this, but England just offered me their job. They want me to be the manager of England, and I'm barely doing a good job here at West Ham. I kept the 5-back. I want to try it one more time, and as you can see, it was probably the wrong decision. I just felt that the 5-back would help us suffer less goals. 10 minutes into the game against Watford, who also eliminated us from the cup, are going to give us the business once again. We're down 2-0, 37 minutes in, and you can start to see that I'm really starting to not feel in the team we picked. 3-0. And maybe it was me. 5 back was the wrong decision. Obviously, the wrong decision. So as you can see, the letters are already coming in. We're disappointed at the beginning of the season, investing in your youth development. So they want me to invest in their youth. That's their biggest concerns with me right now. Their biggest concerns of me developing the youth. My biggest concerns is that I went to 4-3-3 attacking. We ended up getting some good results. And then I switched to a 5 back and lost back-to-back games. My biggest results right now, my biggest concern is that I'm a terrible manager. My biggest concern is that West Ham's going to fire me. You're worried about the youth. I'm worried about how we went 4-5 back when we were coming off of a W. I should have played Liverpool in the 4-3-3. I go 4-3-3 against Leicester City, and as you can see, we're already up 2-0 60 minutes into the game. So I think to myself, if we played Watford in the 4-3-3, would that have been the right solution? If I played Liverpool in the 4-3-3, would that have been the solution? Because when we went 4-3-3, we won a game, and then I went 5 back. We lost 2 games in a row. I go back to 3 back. Go back to the 4-3-3, and we pick up a W. So things took place that I didn't want to take place. I want you to know that Leicester City have agreed to pay $16 million. And they're taking our player. Just like that, Leicester City comes in and the board makes a decision that I didn't want to happen, man. The board steps in and sells a player for his release clause. We are losing a left back that I really enjoyed to play with. I got to do training, but we're so close to that Everton game and a Man City game. This is going to be a tough next 2 games. We lose a player I didn't want to lose, but that is $16 million coming in. The release clause has been hit. That's on the West Ham. That's on the ownership. That's on the board. That has nothing to do with me. Once again, 4-3-3 brought us success. We're trying it against one of the bigger teams in the EPL. As you can see, Sessegnon missed the penalty. They scored early on. Lanzani ties the game up in the 31st minute. The 4-3-3, if I throw in a better striker than Martinez, could we be having more success? We're down to 10 men. Agbana finds the back of the net, even though we're down to 10 men. 80th minute approaching, we're still up 2-1 with 10 men against Everton. Everton equalized the game, but I gotta say, my team is performing. My team is acting like the team I wanted to put together. I should have stayed 4-3-3. We lose our first choice left back, but we lob in the left back that actually just got sold to Leicester City. He'll be leaving in January, and we're about to play the team that's in number 1 in the EPL. Man City v West Ham. This is a L 100%. Everybody watching, me as a manager, my players, we all know that this is a L, and we're just going to try to keep the score line as low as possible. That's how we're looking at this situation. It's tough to me because, again, I'll repeat, I made a massive mistake switching away from the 4-3-3, and I really found us a little form, a little groove. And unfortunately, I screwed up against Liverpool. And obviously here, Martinez is going to tie the game up in the 57th minute. If we walk out here with any points, that is a miracle. That is a miracle if we walk out here with any points against a team that's in first place. And that's exactly what we do. Martinez, the young man from Argentina, comes up with a massive goal to equalize the game and keep us kind of in a good funk. A mistake was made when I got away from 3 back. I keep saying, from 4-3-3 attacking. But man, if I would have stayed in that, would we have beaten Liverpool? If I would have stayed in that, would we have beaten Watford? Would the cup have been different? Would things have been different? I really start to question myself mentally. And I tell you one thing, this Martinez kid is showing me some special stuff. Obviously, tough situations, man, from being in decent form to going to bad form to losing a left back I didn't want to lose to getting, Chicharito out for 8 weeks to all this stuff building up. We're still semi in the hunt for the Europa League, and that's all we can ask for as West Ham, right? To get into Europa League, sell some players in the winter, buy some new talent, definitely look for a number 9 because Martinez is a great player, but right now as it stands, we're probably going to have someone that's a starting number 9 and then him play behind that. The schedule's not going to get any easier because up next is Chelsea, and that's like, wow, Man City, then Chelsea. Before that, it was Everton, Man City, Chelsea. What kind of a schedule is that? Who's developing this schedule? We were out to get beat. Breaking news out of Portugal. It didn't let me see what was happening there with Felipe. I think that was up on the screen. Right now, we're in 13th, and we're taking on a team that's actually not having a good season either. We're taking on Chelsea, who's actually chilling in 9th place on 21 points. So, obviously, we're not going to win here, but if we did win, look how tight the league is besides Man City. Don't look at them. If we're on 19, 20, 21, 22, a couple losses, all of a sudden, bros, we're right there. We're in 6th. We're in 7th. We just need to find a way to get a W against one of these teams. or maybe even just get out of here without losing. If we could tie against Chelsea like we did against Man City, oh my gosh, the Hazards are just murdering us this year. We lost to the Hazard against Liverpool, losing to the Hazard against Chelsea. We were supposed to lose against West Ham. We got a result. We're going to lose here against Chelsea. I mean, we're supposed to lose to Man City. We're going to lose here against Chelsea. A little bit tough, but this is what you kind of expect. You know, you kind of expect to lose to these teams, but to be getting results against other teams. So unfortunately, down 3-1 in the 80th minute, we're going to lose here. We're going to lose against Chelsea, and that's probably what should have happened against Man City. At this point, I would just like to call BS on the board that's running the EPL, the management, the ownership, whatever. Whoever's running the EPL, whoever's getting this schedule together, I want to call BS. Chelsea, Everton, Man City, and Arsenal. No order, but that's who we have faced. That's who we have faced as Royce plays for Arsenal. Royce, Welbeck attacking us. I mean, this is incredible. How do you give 3 games? We miss a penalty early on, 21st minute. We pay by my boy El Neni and the boy Wilshere scoring goals on us, and another L. And honestly, I can't even be mad at my team. I cannot be mad at my team or Aubameyang off the bench to make it 3-1. I can't be mad at my team, man. What kind of a schedule is this? We are gonna have to put together the biggest, the baddest, the best ever transfer window that we have ever done on any of my channels. I didn't know how this career mode was going to develop. I didn't know if it was going to work well or do bad. I didn't know how we were going to plan it out. I just knew I had an idea. I wanted to try a football manager aspect in EA, and I'm telling you right now, we're closer to getting relegated than we are at any of our goals, which was the Europa League, to do good in any cup. We can't beat teams like Stoke City. We can't beat teams like Leicester City. We can't beat teams like anybody. We actually lose to every team, no matter where you are on the table. Lanzani misses a penalty late on. We're luckily going to walk out of here with 3 points against Stoke City because our defender came up with a massive goal. Our midfielder came up with a massive goal. The 4-3-3 attacking still working. I'm going to bench Martinez, I believe, for someone different, for a different striker. I need more goals out of the number 9 position. Martinez has been good. He's been good, but I need someone that can score a lot and all the time. I'm probably going to have to go like this. I'm probably going to have to do that because, you know, we're going to have to get the ex-Benfica man back in there. Font has been playing great. Since we put Font into the lineup, we haven't been losing a lot. Well, besides those 4 games where it was a disaster of a schedule. With Newcastle up next on the schedule, we're facing the team in 9th place, and things are now starting to become very sticky. West Ham on 12 points. If we don't win today, on 22 points, we're in trouble. Because now all of a sudden, instead of being 5 points away from, 3 points away from 5th, now we're 6 points away from 5th. This is where Europa League really starts to look like it's out of the question. We got to get W's. We got to spring together some great results before we get to that deadly, because it's going to reverse and we're going to play those deadly 4 again in a row. So we need to start getting results, and we got to start right now against Newcastle. I feel like we decently fixed our back line with Ogbonna and the boy Font, Joe Hart in goal, and the 4-3-3 attacking. But then I felt like Martinez was getting a goal, but it was every now and again, where we need a goal every now. So hopefully with the striker we put in there now, the number 7, hopefully we could find more goals. Selemani comes in for Newcastle, scores, and kind of puts a dagger right through my heart, because this is going to be us 9 points back, and this makes me look like we either need a completely new revamp in the wintertime, or I've just lost my job. I've lost my touch, and I'm a terrible manager. Pulisic saves a point for us, but a point is not good enough, bros. Now we are in a big problem. Like I said, everybody is scoring except for my number 9. Pulisic had to save us, so I decided to put Wood at the number 9 position. And look at that. 7 minutes into the game, the American Wood comes up with a massive goal. Maybe I've been beating around the bush. Maybe Wood should have been the guy playing right there. Maybe he should have been the guy starting from the get-go. I haven't even seen one of my number 9s this year get 2 goals in 1 game. I mean, I guess I got to give like a bonus to the first person who could do that for us. Kind of annoying, kind of just a frustrating season, because I know this lineup I've put together is better than what we are. We walk out of here with another tie. This is it. The last game before we go to the winter break. The last game before we get to buy new players, before we sign a new number 9, and it's against Spurs, and we're in a position where we're about to get relegated. I can't save West Ham. I feel like I've done my job poorly. Ericsson puts in the back of the net. And man, I really thought this was going to work out in a good way. I thought this was going to be able, maybe the season 1 was just a disaster. Maybe season 1 didn't really go the way we planned. Would you have started a different lineup? What formation would you run? Let me know in the comments down below. 3-0 against Spurs, 4-1. I mean, biggest whooping of the year comes against Spurs, and I can't wait for the new year, because that's a disaster. There it is, man. We are at the winter break. We're here. We can sign players, and honestly, man, I just know I'm getting fired. I just know I'm getting fired. We lost the left back. A few players leave the team. The transfer window's open. We're not on track. You know, it's been a disappointing season for me as a manager. It's been a disappointing season for the West Ham fans. And I don't know how to save us. I don't know what to do. Hopefully somebody in the comments down below can give me some way, somehow to make this work, because right now, as it stands, I mean, we're in 13th and we're very far away from the objectives I wanted to hit, which was Europa League. We're literally 10 points out of, you know, more. We're 13 points away from the Europa League where Man City sits. So I don't see us getting back in there, but we're going to try our best, man. Let me know what to buy in the wintertime, please, bros. I need a number 9. I need a way to save this team. I've never done this bad with a career mode. I know I usually play, and obviously this is what we want, the challenge. This is why I thought the simming would be cool, because of the challenge. Right now we have a budget of 36 million. If we move it down, we got wages. So please get me a number 9 you guys want me to sign. Everyone is on the board and available for us to sell. Let me know who I should sell. We got to make changes. This starting 11 is not good enough to get through it in a football manager style. So if you got people I should sell, I should make money off of, please let me know. Please tell me players you think can make this team better. Not players that you think would be cool. Players that can make this team better for us to start getting results. And then results makes money. We'll be able to get results. We'll be able to sell players. Right now, nobody wants any of our players, unfortunately. So we'll see how this plays out. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I told you this series is going to be difficult, but I thought it would be cool to see the development of teams throughout the years. Hopefully, we can figure it out. It's been your boy Skills. Smash thumbs up if you think it's awesome. Smash thumbs up if you think the challenge is cool. We might get fired. We might win. We'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. I love y'all. Booyah.